Surgeon, I'm just... Okay, to the left. I'm just a lowly nurse.
Come on, better. Monica owes me.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
You want to know? Mood killer?
Yeah. You know what? It's fine. It's probably for the best. We need to redirect our energy. We have a date.
We do?
Yeah. With Ellie Trout. Do you see anyone?
The coast appears to be clear.
Brad must have taken another break. He's probably spending it like he does every day, stalking Felix.
Well, I have nothing but sympathy for the good nurse Dubois. His misfortune is our opportunity.
I don't know about this.
What? You told me yourself that Brad has a hidden file on Dr. Westbourne. We have to see what's inside it.
Yeah, the operative word being hidden. I mean, Brad will obviously go to great lengths to keep this information concealed. And now that he knows that I'm onto him, why would he keep said information in the exact location where he knows I've already found it?
Yeah, Brad is of the ilk to literally outsmart himself. I mean, he may have put the file back where you first found it, wrongfully assuming that you wouldn't search there again. But thankfully, you have an accomplished sleuth at your side that can decipher his every muddled maneuver.
All right, I guess it doesn't hurt to try. Let's do this thing.
I had to witness this proud moment. My little sister's still in high school and she's already mastered the walk of shame.
Do I look ashamed to you?
If you're not, you definitely should be. Just what sort of tawdry business did you get up to all night?
OMG, is that Molly?
Hey, something bothering you? You don't look too good. You want to tell me what's eating you?
Oh, that's so much better. Oh, my dogs are barking. Rub them, will you?
I refuse to approach your stank-ass feet. Now answer my question, young lady. Where were you?
With TJ.
Okay, let me rephrase that. Where were you and TJ for hours and hours after curfew?
Oh, you were serious about that?
As serious as I am about my alcohol, why is there half a bottle missing?
Can you keep your squawking to a minimum? I'm sleeping for 2.
You know, it looks like I got to Port Charles just in time. You know, you are in dire need of listening that
I
time.
want my booze back.
I didn't drink it.
Then who did? Sabrina can't hold a grudge, much less her alcohol.
So what? I'm the only other person who lives here? What about her?
Hello? Pregnant?
By someone. Mama and Daddy trust me to keep you out of trouble, but there's only so much I can do. You stay out all night. You drink my vodka, and you do who knows what with boys.
Oh, you know exactly what. And it's different from what you did. How?
The difference is I can't end up like her. You can.
You want Ellie to do what?
A DNA test. Nothing invasive, of course, just a cheek swab.
And what do you plan on accomplishing with a non-invasive, simple cheek swab?
Well, it will provide the requisite data needed for a paternity test. Remember, we talked about this? It's the only way to know for sure whether that baby's yours.
We're gonna have to get Britt to comply, and a cheek swab's not gonna do it. We need a blood sample from Britt.
I know.
Okay, and I don't think she's gonna do that.
Well, what if I told you that a blood sample already exists, and I can get my hands on it? No fuss, no mess. Oh my God, Damon, it's here.
Really, it is?
Yeah, I can't believe Brad left it in such a predictable place.
Yeah, neither can I. I mean, my instincts give me a fairly good indication, which is why I suggested in the first place. Well, nevertheless, what's inside?
What? One Post-it note? No, this doesn't make any sense. There was a lot more in here before.
Well, what does it say?
Pack your things and go.
I mean, is that sort of like a code or something? What does it mean?
I'll tell you what it means. In the words of the Donald, you're fired. Now, how did I know this had happened? How did I know you Scoobies would stick your homely, meddling mugs where they didn't belong?
Technically, I belong, but I assume
I'll
you're
tell
being...
you how. Because for breeders, you two are woefully predictable.
Okay, though we may be predictable, I take issue with your characterization of us as breeders, because Ellie does not, in fact, want children. And though I wouldn't mind 2.5 or more, it doesn't appear to be in the offing for us. But that's not the point. The point is, you cannot summarily fire Ellie.
Oh, can't I? Because last I checked, I'm the boss, not you.
And you obviously forgot to brush your teeth. Again.
Keep going with those little personal attacks. Because I'm still the one with all the power here. And I say who stays and who goes, and I say you go!
No one is going anywhere.
Fine. Let's do this the hard way. I'm getting security.
Over my inanimate corpse!
How did you come into possession of Britt's blood sample?
I'm not. Yet. Britt's little henchman, Brad, came over to the apartment the other day and took a blood sample himself.
Yeah, he was leaving when I got there.
Yeah, well, she needed her electrolytes tested and she just refused to let Felix or me do it.
So you're saying the blood sample's still in the lab?
As far as I know, yeah. And all we need now is an independent party to run the tests, namely one Ellie Trout.
Well, I guess it sounds like a decent plan, aside from the ethics part of it.
I had a feeling you'd say that.
Yeah, I mean, look, I wish there was a way to get this done, but I can't go test Britt's blood sample without her okay.
I know, and I've been grappling with the same concern. The other night, the night of our date, Felix put Britt on the spot about a paternity test. She turned him down flat. So that could mean that she loathes Felix, or she has a reason to fear the results.
Oh, you're not dragging me into your slut shaming.
Slut shaming? Are you kidding? Who's more sex positive than me?
Then why the double standard?
Well, in your case, I just want...
Oh, what? What, it's different for me. Boys will be boys.
I just want you to be safe.
Trust me. I didn't get pregnant last night.
You didn't behave yourself either. Look, we talked about this, Tay. If you can't obey my rules, then...
What? What, you're gonna rat me out to Mama and Daddy? Go right ahead. Okay, I'm sure they'd love to hear from me. About everything.
You know what? Forget it. I don't got time for this nonsense. I gotta go to work.
Oh, nice job. I have never seen anyone handle Felix like that.
I've had a lot of practice.
I got that impression. So, what's your secret? What do you have on him?
So a covert paternity test is a bit shady, but it'll give you the answers that you need.
I just don't think that the best solution is to be as duplicitous with Britt as she has been with me.
Nurse Santiago, are you still consulting with Dr. Drake?
Is Epiphany looking for me?
No, why should she be? You're technically on break at the moment, although you might want to be more discreet about your trysting place.
That's my fault.
You look worried, Felix. Are you okay?
I'm just here seeking reassurance.
About what?
Please tell me, Sabrina's convinced you to smoke Britt out once and for all?
Have I?
Get out of my way.
No. You have no grounds to fire Ellie.
I don't need grounds.
I doubt Monica Quartermain will agree.
What does she have to do with this?
Oh, didn't you know? All firing requires the assent of the Chief of Staff.
It says who?
Says the GH Human Resources Guidebook. Chapter 8, Section 2, Paragraph 1, and I quote, all firing decisions must meet the approval of the managerial committee, which shall include the acting chief of staff, namely Monica Quartermain. So the question becomes, have you submitted a formal request to sever Ellie's employment? Much less received written authorization. You know, perhaps if you do have the pertinent paperwork, it's squirreled away with that hidden file on Dr. Westbourne, which Ellie will certainly bring up when she contests her firing at the formal inquiry. So,
Formal inquiry.
can you explain that hidden file on Dr. Westbourne? Because if you can't, whatever secrets you're hiding will certainly come to light. And it'll be you and Britt on the chopping block, and not Ellie.
You know, I hope you're not trying to get between me and my brother.
No, of course not. I'm just curious.
Good. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm exhausted. A girl needs her beauty sleep. And to get rid of the evidence.
Oh, well, just between us girls, you might want to grab a bottle of water, too. Should help with that hangover.
Well, I can use it to take my aspirin.
Actually, I'd advise against that. You'll only agitate your stomach lining. I have some vitamin B pills in the medicine cabinet. Why don't you take one of those instead?
Thanks for the tip.
So, you had a good time last night, huh?
Better than some.
Let's do this gorilla paternity test.
Really?
Don't question the man. Matter of fact, let's hightail it down to the lab before Dr. Do right here changes his mind.
Well, hold on a second. Dr. Do right has a few questions. Now, if Ellie is willing to work with us, that's great. But what do we do about her boss? How do we bypass Brad?
Don't worry. I'll deal with the horny hobgoblin.
No, absolutely not. There's no way I'm gonna let you debase yourself like you almost did last time.
No, calm yourself. I mean, I'm not gonna give up the goods, just show a glimpse. I just ask for one thing in return. When the time comes, I get to evict the bridge.
That was incredible. How on earth did you commit the hospital's HR guidebook to memory?
I didn't, but Brad doesn't need to know that.
Well. Looks like my favorite lab rat's here.
Right. He's all yours. I'll see you later.
Miss Trout, I need some tests run.
Of course, Felix. I will send you the results as soon as I have them.
Oh, not to me. I'm actually taking off. Not a moment too soon, as I am all kinds of grimy. I'm headed to the locker room to ditch these strangulating clothes and take a nice, long, hot, sensuous shower. The things I do for those two lovebirds.
Time for my break.
What's up?
Hey, Ellie.
Hi.
Hi. Could we trouble you for a moment?
Of course. How can I help you?
I'd like to do a paternity test on Britt's baby.
Okay.
It should be fairly painless. All you would need from Patrick is just a cheek swab, right?
Right. That and a blood sample from Dr. Westbourne.
Oh, well, you already have one. Brad took one just the other day.
Oh, okay. Well, then you're all set. One more thing. Do you guys have Dr. Westbourne's consent form? I see.
Look, we have reason to believe that the baby Britt's carrying isn't Patrick's.
Look, Ellie, normally I would go through the proper channels, but we believe that Brad is helping Britt cover it up.
Yeah, that sounds like Brad.
Look, I understand that we're putting you in a very delicate position here, and we wouldn't want to do anything to make you vulnerable to any...
Oh, please. Vulnerable schmulnerable. Any adversary of Brad is a friend of mine. Dr. Drake, open wide.
Is it safe?
Come in. Felix and Sabrina are at work.
Man, it is a beautiful day, isn't it?
I would know. I can't leave the house, remember? What's got you in such a chippy mood?
Oh, I just happened to see a pretty good show. Actually, more than good. It was, memorable.
How nice for you.
Anyway, I thought that you might want this. Now, that is all the medical information I was keeping for you. It's safer with you than with me. Hey, mind if I use your bathroom?
How'd it go?
Oh, the horror, the horror. I mean, I can still feel Brad's eyes on me.
I'm so sorry, Felix. Look, how about I do the dishes for a month?
You don't have... You know what? Make it two.
All right, you're all set. I will handle this test personally. I promise not to let Brad anywhere near it. I think you might be right about his alliance with Dr. Westbourne. Brad was keeping a file on her in here, and I didn't see what was inside of it, but Brad definitely didn't want me to know what the contents were.
Do you think it has something to do with the baby's paternity?
Doesn't matter. Once we know the results of the test, we'll know if I'm the father of the baby. Doesn't matter what's in the file.